Trudeau Liberals, for all their talk about supporting pipelines, having Alberta's back, and being super proud of Canada's oil and gas industry, just could not put their money where their mouths are when called to in the House of Commons. A motion by Conservative MPs Candice Bergen and Maxime Bernier called upon the House of Commons to support pipelines as the safest way to move oil, recognize the importance of the oil and gas sector, and express support for the Energy East pipeline. Just watch.
Ms. Bergen, seconded by Mr. Bernier, moved that given this time of economic uncertainty, the House A, recognize the importance of the energy sector to the Canadian economy and support its development in an environmentally sustainable way. B, agree that pipelines are the safest way to transport oil. C, acknowledge the desire for the Energy East pipeline expressed by the provincial governments of Alberta, Saskatchewan, Ontario, and New Brunswick. And D, express its support for the Energy East pipeline currently under consideration.
Now, this was a brilliant political move. Conservatives forced the Liberals to cut the BS and put their support, or lack thereof, on the record for all of us to see. And boy, did we ever see it. It's really a stunning visual. We saw every single Conservative MP to stand and support Alberta and Canadian oil and gas, and we saw every single Liberal oppose it. Bergen and Bernier made the Liberals put their opposition of pipelines in our energy sector on the official record. The Liberals did not break ranks, not even the 4 from Alberta. Now, speaking of Alberta Liberals, remember Kent Hehr from last week? He's the Calgary Liberal MP who thinks you all find chronic unemployment and layoffs refreshing.
Well, I thank the member for her question and her concern for Albertans, because I am, and the people I'm talking to, they're actually refreshed by the new approach of this government. We have a Prime Minister who's willing to engage with First Nations people, a Prime Minister who's willing to engage with premiers and other people on the ground to see that these projects get consensus. And I suspect she should come down to Calgary and talk to the people I'm not talking to. They're happy we're in charge.
Well, as I mentioned before, Hehr didn't break ranks with the party to support Alberta and his own constituents. But is refusing to support pipelines really what he campaigned on? Well, no. Kent Hehr assured voters he would support pipelines in a Reddit post from during the federal election campaign. Hehr wrote, "Rest assured, when elected, I will pound the table on the need for pipelines. It's the safest way to transport oil, and it is in the national interest." Really, Kent? Because you just voted against a motion that said just that. These Liberals will say anything to get elected. They really have no scruples whatsoever. And I hope everyone remembers that when push came to shove, Kent Hehr could not be counted on to look out for the people who voted for him. He's looking out for Justin Trudeau instead. So, Alberta, do you believe Trudeau when he says he has our back like he did this week? Because he just whipped a vote to make sure we are all hung out to dry. Remember when the Liberals used to call Harper a control freak? That vote would have sent a much needed message to investors that Canada is open for business again. Trudeau, like Kent Hehr, is all hat and no cattle. For the Rebel.media, I'm Sheila Gunn-Reid.
Thank you.